Meanwhile, my neighbor seems to be practicing his opera singing again.
What? We got to record that.
That's
show intro right there.
Hold on. It's not... I don't know if it's actually opera singing, and it's not loud enough up here for me to actually get it like on a recording. He went for a long time without doing it, and now it's been frequent.
Well, he's found his inspiration again.
Without context, that sounds amazing. That's the show intro right there. He's gone a long time without doing it, but now it's pretty frequent. And then we do that boiling.
Welcome to
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, episode 33 of the Hardcore Casuals.
Hello.
Triple tray.
Hey.
Oh, Jen, are you sick?
Yes.
Are you under the weather?
I am under the weather.
Are you sick of more than just us?
Are you over the weather? Because I'm fucking over the weather.
I am also over the weather. What, did it get down to 50 where you are, Ben?
No, it was not even. It was like negative 13.
Oh, really?
Nothing bad.
Did it actually get that cold
No,
there?
not negative. Sorry, it was like 13 degrees, but still, it's the coldest I've ever had here.
Yeah.
Oof, let me pull out my violin.
Oh my God.
Oh, good, Dan. You know what, Dan?
We know, Ben. We know that we can't get away with talking about the weather, even if it is like 50 degrees colder than it usually gets around here.
You go to our AccuWeather forecast.
Hey, we don't have plows over here, so when we get snow, it's a big deal.
Oh,
and Dan's just going to send us a picture of his snow and been like, oh,
exactly.
I'll
still snow shame.
God damn it.
Ain't snow shame in any of that.
Our Canadians are friendly. It's all that weed that you guys are smoking now.
I'm sorry. There we go. Now I just made it even more Canadian.
There we go.
Nice.
Sorry, yay.
All right.
Derailment over. Back to the show.
Yes. Whee!
Um.
So what you guys been playing? Right, Jen?
Right. Now
Right.
playing.
Yes.
Someone who isn't me can go first.
Smash.
Yes.
Smash is so good.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
Hard casuals.
Ether.
Well, no, he did play with us over the Magifest weekend.
That's right.
That is true.
And he was pretty much kicking our ass with Ether, whatever his name is.
Ike.
So,
to give you guys a quick roundup, my nerddom pulled in other folks, so we had a few from the cast by chance make the trek to downtown Columbus.
Shout out to Buddy.
Yeah, our buddy and his buddies was able to come out, and he and Ben had just a never-ending ride of chicken McNuggets and Cheetos on the way.
That was
like exactly how I would expect it to go.
Total biohazard, but it was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
we did some Star Wars warping for a little bit there in the snow.
Yeah, and
it was pretty wild.
But it was hilarious because they all brought their Switches, so there was a break in the action, and we had a big smash fest. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I was still trying to get figured out with the controls because I think was it Buddy that his controls are different, or Ben, was that yours?
No, those were mine. Yeah, mine were off the default.
Yeah, because I started playing with one of them and I was like, I can't figure this out, and then I switched to the other one.
Why am I not jumping?
Why aren't they the same thing? No, but in the end, I was able to play a couple matches and have some fun, so all was good. Yeah. But yeah, you guys play more Smash than I do, so you guys should go ahead and Smash talk.
Well, just as a game, it's pretty fucking amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite games in the past couple months, and it's been what I've been playing pretty much exclusively. I mean, Red Dead Online's kind of game overed a little bit, so just keeping it slow and casual with smashing with you guys.
Yeah, I've been digging it a lot. I'm glad that my kid asked for it for Christmas because I'm playing the hell out of it when he's asleep.
Hey, Buddy and I have been telling you to get it, so it wasn't your kid.
Oh, yeah, no,
right?
exactly.
It was us, all right?
But I was just apprehensive because I had the one on 3DS and I just barely played it. Like, I played the one on 64 and GameCube like crazy, and then the one on 3DS, it's like I played 5 minutes and I said, nope, I'm done.
There was something about that one, because
yeah,
I didn't have
the single
3DS.
player, there was like nothing to it, really.
I didn't have the 3DS version. I had the Wii U version, but I played it for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And then I was like, Smash.
Do you guys remember the name of that one? Was that Brawl, or which one was that?
No, Brawl was the Wii. That was the one that was my first one. I played that for, oh my god, that was a
good one, right?
Yeah, that one was good. Hold on a minute. I guess I could Google this, but I'm going to try to see if I can lean over.
I know there was another one called Melee. I think that was the GameCube
Melee
one.
was prior. Hold on.
Yeah, that was the GameCube one because one of my friends got that when it first came out and spent the whole what was it to unlock Mewtwo?
Oh,
where it was like you could play an obscene number of consecutive matches, or just have the game on for X amount of time
to unlock Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember what it was during that time. It was something like 400 consecutive matches.
Dear Lord.
Yeah. So he started in the morning and started playing a bunch of matches, and then he had to go to work, and he left his 2 cousins that were in visiting from another state with it for like 5 hours. It was a tag effort.
So it is literally called Smash Brothers for Wii U.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why they call it Smash 4. Like on all the YouTube streams and stuff, they just thought it was a pet name, but it's not.
Yeah. I was like, I had to take the headset off because the wire doesn't quite reach far enough for me to lean over to see the name. And I saw it and I went, wait, is that really?
That can't be right.
Yeah, I Googled it then. I was like, oh my God, it really is. So, yeah.
Bonus points for originality.
Yes.
Oh wait, never mind.
I love how Nintendo has to name everything to include the name of the system that it's on. It's like, just in case you were not confused, there's Star Fox 64 3D, because
I bet it's like our Wii U is doing so poorly that can you please buy it? So we're going to put it in the name of this game so that you realize you can buy it.
Well, they did it for like Super Mario Brothers U.
Hashtag Fallout 76.
Like there was, it was like a thing. It was almost, part of the identifier for the game was what system it was on. Which,
Well,
Nintendo.
back even to the Super NES, almost every game had Super in the title.
Yeah,
Oh,
but at least
that's so cool, though. That makes sense.
Super, though, is a much less... God,
That's racist.
Words. I don't know what I was trying to say.
It's okay.
It's pretty
It's
super.
like, it's a more generic word, I think, is what I was going for. Like, Wii U is definitely Wii U. But super could just mean, oh, this is a really great version of whatever.
I like really first noticed it when I started messing around with emulators years ago, and then you just see like when you're playing your Super NES library, like you're almost like scrolling through the entire list of games all over again, just in terms of the sheer amount of games that start with Super.
The S, yeah, everything is in the S folder, and you're like,
yes,
damn
exactly.
it, Nintendo.
Maybe this was just actually Nintendo's attempt to get in with all the hip kids. So it was like whenever everybody was like cutting letters off words, instead of saying, we're going to play this game with you. Hey man, we're going to play this with you.
Oh boy.
That's my attempt at a dad joke around Nintendo there.
Oh,
That's all I got. That's all I got. I need more alcohol.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Cue the crickets.
Welcome to a new year.
oh boy.
Crickets.
So yes, there's that. I do not
There we go.
I do not love Smash Brothers as much as my cohorts do. But it is fun up until the point when I get really frustrated after losing 4 matches in a row, and I'm like, I'm done.
Oh.
It said, for the sanctity and preservation of our friendship, I'm going to stop now.
Well, Jen, if you don't mind me saying, it comes from a good place. I think if you pick a character, like a main, just play with them, it'll make a huge difference for you. Because that's
I totally agree.
When I did that finally and stopped, like, because I was like you and just trying to go all over the place and see what fit. But when I just picked one and went into training mode a little bit sometimes, or just, consistently played with you guys, it got so much better.
And I know you're right. I am absolutely, like, I know exactly what the problem is for me. And it is that I just don't want to devote time to it, because if I have the choice between Smash and the 50 other things that I play at any given time, Smash isn't going to make it's just not.
Yeah.
I'm not that into it. It's fun to play with you guys and all that. I'm just not, like...
Not head over heels with it.
Yeah. It's a Smash Brothers game, Like, I really liked the one on the Wii. The Wii U one was for some reason. I'm not that big into fighting games in general, so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm not either usually, but me, that one is like the perfect formula for lunch breaks at work. Like, just to do a little bit of the World of Light stuff.
Right.
I'm getting a little bit of practice with my character and just, feel like I'm progressing through something. But, yeah, like, I think that's maybe why the 3DS one didn't click with me, because it doesn't feel a draw.
No, I agree. When I like video games or I play video games, it's usually because I'm invested so much and I, like, obsess. You know how I am. Mm-hmm. I obsess over one like crazy. And this is like one of the first games that I'm actually like, hey, it's a casual thing. I can play 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, and feel really great about it and love it, enjoy every minute, and then just do whatever else I need to do or play another game later. So it's a good I don't know, it's a nice change of pace for sure.
Yeah, I think it's the first game in a long time that every time we finish a group session that I go upstairs to my wife and I say, man, this game is so stupidly fun with friends, like, that I can't stop talking about it to her. She's like, okay, I get it. But like, it's like, I haven't had
like a little kid. Hey,
it really feels like that. Like, we said, like, we all finish our matches sweaty and swearing at each other, but we're all having like a, stupid amount of fun. And that's, I haven't had that in a while.
Oh yeah. I just want to qualify that. I am not actually mad at people.
Oh no.
Like, I am not actually ready to walk away and be like, I'm never speaking to any of you again. It's not like that. I just
Jen's plotting our murder.
have to take that step back sometimes, Look, if I didn't kill you and Buddy after a whole weekend at Magifest, you're probably okay. Can't say I wasn't tempted a couple of times.
That was a good time.
I wish I was there. I really wish I was there.
Oh, I know, man. It would have been awesome if all of us were there.
They made a drinking game out of me.
We've got plans in the works.
Yeah, we did. I'm surprised I was so mad I didn't get picked to volunteer to go up on stage. Man. And the one time, like, it could have happened, I was doing the whole, what's it called? The counterfeit badge thing.
Okay, there are details I missed about this.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah, no, never mind, guys. Let's
fill you in later.
Yes, off air.
He was counting badges. That's what it was. He was
yeah. I mean,
he was snail.
I was trying to learn magic.
Very math oriented.
Say no more.
Oh man, it was a good time though. And the gala show offended a bunch of people. It was awesome. But anyway,
all the good stuff. Yes.
So Smash Brothers. Anybody else want to? Dan, I don't know if we're just gonna let it be your turn.
Sure. Aside from that, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is unchanged from, our last episode, but I'm really digging the hell out of it. I'm almost 50 hours in now. I have no idea how close I am to being done. And, the story is surprising me, like, every now and then. Like, I was expecting it to just kind of, coast its way out to a conclusion, but no, like, there's always, like, something else happening in the story that keeps getting my interest back. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think it totally got ripped off in terms of Game of the Year awards and every other awards. I think it's very, very underrated.
Yeah, people do kind of like to poop on it a little bit.
Well, I can get it given what the series had went through a few years back. I mean, like, it got really stale and repetitive, but this one, if you haven't played an Assassin's Creed in a long time, I strongly recommend it.
I thought that the controversy around the DLC was kind of funny.
I haven't done that part of the game yet to see
what happened with the DLC.
Jen, I'll let you.
Yeah, so part of the premise of Odyssey is that your character, you can be male or female, and then you can make whatever choices you want as far as relationships. So you can be with women, or you can be with men, or whatever.
Or both.
Or both. And then in the DLC, it kind of, and I don't know all of the details because I have never played it. So, this is from the outside, just what I've gathered. They kind of, for the sake of the narrative, so that the lineage of the assassins moves on, they kind of force you into a relationship with the opposite sex so that you can carry on that lineage.
I'm far enough in the story to know why that would be pertinent, and I can say for sure it has to be just a narrative tool that has to happen.
Right.
Without
to me, the concept makes sense. If you're going to have descendants, you have to
procreate
descendants. Yeah, like, I'm sorry that biology doesn't work that way. But it's just one of those, like, that really got a lot of attention, and they're actually changing it. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I had read that too.
Yeah, they're actually changing it.
I've been kind of avoiding the topics because I didn't want to spoil the DLC because I do plan on getting it. So.
Right. I don't know anything further than what I've already said, so I couldn't spoil it for you if I wanted to, but I just thought it was funny. I'm like, okay, I guess I get why people are mad, but at the same time, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, whatever. The internet rage machine speaks again. Which, anywho, moving on.
That covers it for me.
That's crazy.
But my realism.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5, guys. Let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's already on the sales.
It's indeed.
They're discounting it heavily. Please play our game.
And I'm like, wow, $29.99 right now.
Yeah, that's on sale, and I don't want to play it, so no.
Hey guys, For Honor's coming out on the PS Plus freebie
for free.
So everybody needs to check that out because it's like Super Smash Brothers except with blood.
I'll just let that go.
and a couple of classes.
Oh yeah, we have a voicemail from Buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Should have thought from mine.
I'm a queef.
Oh, Buddy.
Good times, guys.
Oh, that Buddy.
Oh my.
All right. Well, let's see here. You guys had that stuff going on. I had this moment where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna straight line through Red Dead and get through the rest of the story. And then I hit the end of the primary story, and then there's a whole other like epilogue secondary story. And now I'm like trying to work my way through all that. So it's been fun. The story has still been pretty decently good. I don't really like kind of how they left the first part of the story off. I think with all the build up that was happening, to have it kind of just end the way it did, I was kind of like, eh. So I'm kind of hoping that the rest of the epilogue secondary story, pays off on some of the teases from the main part. I'm trying to say this with words that won't give it away because
I appreciate it.
It's not one of those things where it's been out for a couple of years and we have to worry about hashtag spoilers, but I know there are some people that are still playing through it. I tried to play through a lot of the little side mission pieces in the game, and then I hit a point where I was like falling behind everybody else who was playing, and I'm like, you know what? I just need to straight line all the main story parts and get through it. And now I'm kind of like, I want to catch back up to some of those things. So we're getting there, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I regret buying it. But I know that right now the online part of it is still doing beta things. So who knows? Maybe give it some time, and it might be like, GTA 5, where we're constantly going back to that every so long for the new fun things to buy and do and whatever.
GTA Online had a shit release too, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, when you think about it, when did GTA 5 come out?
Oh my gosh.
2013.
Yeah. Ages ago. It was on PS3.
Yeah.
So if Red Dead has an online version that can take that type of longevity, I'm glad to get into it now, I guess, and get my free gold bars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they did do some decent stuff for the people who got in on the ground floor, like back when it was shitty for GTA.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I expect them to eventually get there. I have some skepticism as to how it could ever get as good as GTA Online, because what all can you do with horses and 6 guns?
Perilous and paint jobs for those horses.
Oh, if they got into some slightly unrealistic stuff like that, I would be all over it. But like, it's also
Chin's gonna have that unicorn dong horse.
You bet. OMG.
That horn's in the wrong place.
I will sign up for a male horse if they'll let me do something like that with it.
Hello.
Hey.
Adopted child. Hey, so just your opinion. I want your opinion, guys. Do you guys like what's his name? Morgan?
Who?
What's his name? The protagonist in Red Dead?
Arthur?
Arthur?
Do you guys like Arthur?
I do.
I don't love him, but I haven't played enough to really make a call.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great, I think he's a good guy. And, obviously he has his history and backstory that you find out in the story. I didn't connect with him. I don't know. He's not like... honestly, I thought the protagonist of this game should have been Sadie Adler. She
is fun. She's
amazing.
Fun.
Sadie's amazing. She should have been the protagonist, I think. She's interesting. Her backstory is amazing.
The way that the story went, it wouldn't have made sense.
Well, no, I mean, the way the game is, obviously, I mean, they have to totally change the game. But I'm saying, the game is amazing. The graphics are great. I mean, I enjoyed every bit of it. It's just the story of him, it got a little boring at the end, I don't know.
I didn't think that at all. I thought it went apeshit. The farther into it I got, the more I was like, what is even happening right now? This is insane.
Yeah.
But, everybody reacts differently to things.
No, I mean,
and I get it.
It's an unpopular decision. I mean, or not decision, but an unpopular opinion.
I don't know if it is.
I'm just thinking back to GTA 5, and you have Trevor, who's fucking amazing. The voice actor, everything.
He was hilarious, but I couldn't freaking stand him.
I loved him. He's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, he was. I love the actor, the voice actor himself, and he's in Walking Dead too, and he was phenomenal. But you have those 3 personalities who are just contrast each other, but also just bring so much life to the story. And then the story itself of Red Dead Redemption 2 is amazing. It's just Arthur, I find so vanilla. He's so, there's nothing about him that I'm like, wow, this guy's awesome. This guy's a badass. I mean, he's a bandit, gunslinger guy. That's it. And he has that romantic thing going on with, I think, never mind. I don't want to say too much.
I did not pursue that. I did not like that lady.
Yeah, I didn't like her either. But I mean, there wasn't anything that stood out to me, I guess. And I was expecting more from him, But anyway, I just like Sadie a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
She was fucking awesome.
She was if there's anybody in that game that I relate to a little bit, she is, she is that person. You can't take Sadie anywhere. God damn it, Sadie. Oh, I think Josh stepped away.
Yeah, he said he'll be right back.
Oh, no problem. Sorry, Josh. I think he got mad at me. I was talking about Red Dead.
That's probably what it was.
He's going to punch things.
Yep. Well,
Totally sounds like Josh.
I think that's all he's really been playing. Other than like Rocket League when we can drag him away from Red Dead.
Yeah. Did you go, Jen, with your now playing?
Not yet.
Okay.
Did you have anything else you needed to add, Ben? Because I know you said Smash.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally just been Smash and Anthem, which I'm sure we'll get to in a second here.
I figured that mine might be the longest, so I waited. Because I am me. I did also finish Red Dead. I did not play the epilogue. Eventually I might get back to the epilogue, but I'm kind of annoyed with how it the format, I guess, of the like, we ended this story and now we have this story and it's totally different, and like there's just some things about it that just annoy me, so I haven't gone back. And I think we kind of covered the opinions on Red Dead.
Well, if you need a little incentive, a lot of the epilogue involves our darling lady that we like.
Yes, I know that she does come back for some, story business.
Brief
there.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I might get back to it eventually. I'm not too bent out of shape about it. I've been playing more Hollow Knight. I went on a little bit of a kick where I was trying to go through some of my old games, so I fired up Forgotton Anne, which is something that came out quite a while ago, and it was notable because it's like playing a cartoon. It's very smooth, like very well animated and all that. It's a puzzle game more than anything else. So it's a little slower paced, I think, than you might expect it to be. But I did finally finish it, and the story is actually kind of okay. So, What the fuck?
Hello?
Did you just cut out?
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Somebody in this complex just had a screaming fit. And I know that you guys probably didn't hear it, but...
Nope.
Wow. Okay, sorry. That was...
Okay, well, we'll edit it out.
Oh, no, don't edit that. That's pretty... That could be evidence.
I have no idea what that was. I wonder if it's the guy who sings. Maybe
like blood-curdling or just like
no,
mad?
It was like... It wasn't maybe mad either, just like real excited... Yelling,
okay.
And it was words, but I don't know what he said.
Was it melodic?
No, it was not singing. It was not singing.
Not the opera guy.
Well, it might have been. I don't know. Maybe he also screams in words. Anyway, Forgotten Anne, Smash. Oh, I bought Sundered, which is... Oh,
that's right. I forgot that you got that.
Yeah, that game is beautiful. Beautiful.
That's on my wish list.
That one is a more action platformy kind of thing. And while it does not push all the right buttons the way that Hollow Knight did, it is very fun, and I do recommend it. Oh my god, I put one of the boss battles on YouTube because it is just that. Like,
oh, it's that game I saw. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Super fluid. Yeah, the graphics are very unique. I like that.
Yeah, it's very good. I picked up Guacamelee 2, which, again, cannot recommend that enough. The first one was awesome. Mm-hmm. The second one has exactly the same personality, flavor, and gameplay. So, Guacamelee, I would say you're doing yourself a disservice if you've never tried it. Go forth and buy the Guacamelee.
Ooh.
And then the other thing, the main thing... is that I don't remember what spurred this on, but something put me in the mood to play Horizon Zero Dawn again. And so I fired it up and I hit continue, and where I had left off previously, it was after you beat the game, and it kind of resets you to the point before that final battle.
Mm-hmm.
So I like fired it up, and I'm standing there in this city, and I have no idea how to do anything. Like, I'm looking at the controller and at this character like, oh my god, did I even play? I played this game all the way through at some point, and I have no idea how to do this. So I made a decision, and I started all the way over.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's commitment right there.
all the way over. And I was expecting to get part of the way into it and get bored and move back onto something else, but I have played almost nothing else since I started that game again. Like, that game is so good that it sucked me in all over again, and I couldn't put it down.
I can totally believe that.
Yeah, I knew what was going to happen, and it still is like, oh my god, I got to keep playing. I must keep playing. I must keep playing. And I got my platinum trophy because I went back and did all of the extra stuff this time.
Oh, nice.
And I also started the DLC, and it is just as good as the main game.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
Dulk. Is it long or like just like a mission kind of thing?
it's a whole area.
Oh, cool. So
Like
new monsters or new...
Some
there's
some
some
new
new ones.
machines. Yeah, it's mostly a variant of some of the old machines, but then there are also a couple of new ones and a couple of new weapons and all new collectibles and new, like, a whole bunch of side quests up there. And, you know, it's fairly sizable. I've been working on it now for a while,
Nice.
like a week or more. So it's, you know, it's not as much as the whole game, but it's sizable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I felt like I got my money's worth with it too for the DLC. I went
Yeah.
through it like soon after it came out.
Yeah.
But no, I went like way hardcore into that game when it first released because I'd had surgery a few days before. Like, so I platinumed it in a week. Like, I just couldn't put it down, but I also couldn't really go anywhere. So
Yeah,
But,
you were sort of a slave to...
yeah, it was a particular situation. But yeah, I've been meaning to go back to it at some point too, and I'm glad to hear that your experience going back to it has been that great because I'm kind of excited to find the time at some point to replay it.
Yeah, I think you should. Like,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
so...
I know I'll have fun with it.
Yeah, like, I guess the only downside to that for you is that you already got the platinum. So it's
but there's the new game plus and the
that's right.
all the
That's
extra modes
right.
that they added. So yeah, there's plenty of
There's a new
raw.
game plus?
yes,
Yeah, they added that, and I think they added an extra difficulty too on top
yeah,
of
they
it.
did. There's like
Oh, wow.
New Game Plus, and then there's Hard, and then there's whatever is Beyond Hard. There's another one, and
Beyond Hard.
there's things to unlock, like skins and stuff for your focus and stuff like that. So I
Replay value.
right.
Some Ritalin or
What's up?
Josh, you're dumb.
she said there were some things to unlock for your focus. And I thought it was,
You're dumb.
hey,
But yeah, now that you mention it, you know, I was kind of worried, like, wow, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to finish the DLC, and then I'm going to be done with it. But I might actually check out the New Game Plus.
I totally forgot about that. Because, yeah, I mean, I do remember really loving that game. So
It was so good.
I need a new excuse to get back into it. But I it's like Jen. I can't just like start the game up because I have no idea I don't even remember any of the controls or anything. So I'd have to start over. But New Game Plus is a good incentive. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I almost went ahead and started that way on this playthrough, but then I was like, I kind of want to get back in and start,
Game Genie. Yeah.
See it again
Oh,
for the
gotcha.
first time.
Yeah, and it and it actually kind of felt that way too. Like, remember the story and everything, but I feel like it absorbed more this time for me.
You get to see me again in video game form.
I did, and I reflected all over again on like, Jesus Christ, it's Josh.
Man, why do you take it out with an explosive like that, man? What a bitch move.
And remind me, at the end, it sets up for a sequel, right?
It does.
Totally. Yep.
Or is the DLC the sequel part to that?
No, not at all.
It doesn't touch it at all.
Yeah, it's not even related. It's kind of like they just added a bunch of side quests that you could have done at any time. Like it doesn't, and it even kind of acts like you haven't beaten the game yet. So it makes sense for it to just be part of the overall experience. Cool. There's nothing at all that touches the main story.
Oh, speaking of DLC, Dan, I meant to ask you, is the Witcher 3 stuff good?
The DLC for Witcher 3, absolutely. I liked it more than the main game. I know this maybe not I think people might find me weird for saying that, because the whole freaking game is great. But the DLC, I felt, they were kind of more self-contained stories, so there was more of maybe a more consistent flow to it.
Huh.
But
I know it's total topic change.
No, but
it's something I wanted to go back to as well. It's like we're going back to Horizon, so I was just like, is it gonna? Do I need to replay the whole game again so I can understand the DLC? Or is it...
No, because they're separate stories. So if
cool. Good,
you can pick it back up from there, and if you haven't played it, absolutely you should.
Definitely. Right on, guys. It's nice to go back sometimes.
Mm-hmm. While we wait for Anthem.
And while you guys have a ton of other new games that you've bought that you haven't touched yet.
Yeah,
Let's go back and play Horizon. Hey, but that game it shows how good that game is, though.
Yeah. Is that the saddest thing, though? I'm like, I have all these new games, and it's not that I haven't played other stuff, because I have, I'll play Horizon for a good couple of hours or a few hours in the evening and then switch to something that I have to think less about. So, Hollow Knight or Sundered or Guacamelee or what have you, or practicing my Pharaoh shuffles, because apparently I do that now. Yay, magic stuff.
Hey. You're welcome.
Yes, it's Josh's fault.
Nice.
And he gets updates on these things, so I'm also making him suffer while I'm suffering.
It's fun to see what I do that I get that much of enjoyment out of, and people are just like, oh, it's just nerdy shit. And then they come to one show, and then it's like, oh my god.
I have never said that. I've never said that.
You've never said, oh my god?
No, I have never said,
sure
that's
just random shit that I've said in other games where you've got tired of listening to me talk, and you're like, oh my god, shut up.
I have not about that.
That sounds pretty accurate, Josh, I'm not going to lie. I can hear it.
Not about that. Sometimes he has his moments, but not about magic. I haven't ever been like, oh god, he's talking that nerdy shit again. Why is he talking?
Oh god, I like your tattoos.
Oh my god. I like your tattoos.
There it is.
I haven't said that for a while.
Oh, you should have gone up to David Blaine and done that.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we need to talk about that before we move on.
No.
Oh, David Blaine, can you sign this? Oh, by the way, I like your tattoos.
Does he even have tattoos?
Doesn't matter.
He's got tattoos, Jen.
So let's recap. Hang on a second, because that brings up a side story that I think Jen just took her headset off.
I wasn't even there for it, and I know what you're talking about.
David Blaine.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we come out of this show, and we're all hanging out, and somebody's like, I go find somebody that I know, I'm friends with there, and he's like, oh yeah, hey, David Blaine's over there, and I'm like, nah, you're kidding me. Look over there. He's like, no, fuck, David Blaine's over there. God. So we go over and find our way over to David Blaine, and we're all just kind of patiently hanging out and waiting, because he's talking with some people, doing a little story or something, and there's this kid that comes by, and this kid's trying to work angles to get in there, and I'm like, yo, kid, just get in there. Just say something to him. Just say, hey, Mr. Blaine, get in there. Just do it. So finally, the kid breaks in and says something, and I swear, I kind of expected him to be like this, like, I'm a fucking magic rock star, like that. But no, he just like got done with his conversation, was like, oh, hang on a second, and it turns over to the kid and like talks with the kid for a second. Super polite, super awesome.
Take a picture, all of that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, dude's down to earth. We're all good. So we get through stuff. I chat with him for like, 2 minutes, whatever, get my little picture taken, have a good time, all's good. Apparently Jen went up there with a card that she had bought from a deck of cards and was like, meep.
If you guys could have seen it, it would have probably brought great amusement. Josh didn't even see it.
No.
I don't even know how it happened.
Nice to meet you. How are you? What's your name?
Oh my God.
Yes, this is a card?
So.
Oh, I see there's a pen here. You want me to sign the...
She's
okay.
breathing into a
Are you
paper
okay,
bag
man?
in the background. Like,
Please breathe.
If you guys could have only seen it. I didn't have anything to write with, so I look at this guy who is someone that Josh knows that now I know because of Josh, and I'm like, hey, can I borrow that Sharpie? So instead of just handing me the Sharpie, he takes the cap off and gives me this open Sharpie. So
it just keeps getting better.
So I'm standing here and I've got a single plastic playing card in one hand and an open Sharpie in the other.
That smelled amazing. She was getting high while waiting for Blaine.
she's over there like,
please God, let me just sniff a little more of this marker. Maybe this will get better. So I'm standing there.
Vapor courage.
come on, confidence.
Yeah, like, okay. And I'm doing like deep breathing exercises. Like, I can do this, no big deal. I'm going to regret it if I don't. This is going to be fine. And like, he's talking to somebody and then he notices me. So he like turns and I'm just standing there and there's like, I freeze and I'm holding these two things out. And he's like, do you want me to sign? And I was like, please. So he takes,
please, sir, can I have some more?
oh my God. And I think he asked me how I'm doing and I said some, like I would to a cashier at Walmart, like, I'm good, how are you thing.
It reminds me of, if you guys see it, I Love You, Man.
Yeah, it's really, he calls him Jobin.
So nervous, he can't get words. Like, Jobin, it's like, what the fuck is Jobin?
Oh my God, this is amazing.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I think it's probably accurate.
We will send you a clip, trust us.
Oh yeah, we'll have to say. He's doing like open houses. He's a realtor, and like one of his, I guess, the other main character comes and starts talking to him just to kind of, get a feel, and he's just nervous, wants to sell this house, and he just cannot for the life of him make a normal sentence. He has to like include random shit and quotes that make no sense in the context of things. He calls him City Slicker. And it's like, why, dude? Just stop talking. Just give him the pamphlet and leave. Anyway, it was a good time.
I mean, that's about right.
The good thing is you got the signature.
I did. I was so proud too. Like, it's the dumbest thing ever, but I walked away like, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it.
Meanwhile, her shirt is drenched in sweat. Like, oh God.
He's probably so happy that he gave the autograph to the special needs girl, and it's great.
Oh, Josh, you should have had that shirt that says "I'm with stupid."
It just points up.
Oh God, I'm crying.
Oh,
The whole thing, it's like up until the point where he signed and she walked away, it was like that meme where the dog's sitting in fire and he's like, this is fine.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's such a good meme.
it's me.
Everything's
like,
fine.
That's just me. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything is fine.
Damn it, Dan.
I know.
Next time you get your ass down here.
What is
Give
it?
me
What
some,
did they say? It's going to
Mary
be
Jane.
January 30th or
It's at the end.
31st?
It's at the end of January next.
Yeah.
year.
So
Well,
get your
It ends
I won't
on
be able to
Josh's
next
birthday,
year.
I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's my kid's birthday is the same as Josh's birthday. My Josh.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Oh yeah. Josh squared birthday times 2. Same day.
But I can't help but think that he expected me to be like, yeah, I've watched you on this and I've seen you do that and blargdy blarg. But no, Jen doesn't have any of that. I have in fact seen him do things, but it's been like 20 years.
I am watch TV. You do thing magic.
I mean, you were literally like the only girl there too, like out of everybody that was surrounding him.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sure he was like, oh, finally, a change of pace. Hey, something refreshing, a little conversation that's not going to, be the same thing I've had the past 5 minutes.
I'm not going to end up with old man boxers thrown at him.
So bad. I mean, these are the moments when I just like look at myself and I'm like, you fucking idiot.
I am a one-up. You need a little confidence.
Fucking stupid. But I got my goddamn autograph.
For the record, I'm only laughing because you're saying this. It would be really weird if it was someone else, but
I know. I would be really sad if one of you guys.
I wish now that we had video of this and we could go back and do like the old school like nature montage of like, here's Jen stalking her prey. If she's careful, she can get close enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out in the savannah, and here we go. Jen's approaching her victim.
See how she's armed with a card and a Sharpie. Sharpie doesn't have a cap.
She's doing something. She's urinating all over herself. This must be some sort of special ritual. It's super effective.
This must be how she masks the scent. Throw off the prey.
Get those pheromones. She's going to attract the male magician.
Yeah. We should animate this. Do any of us draw?
Not well enough for that.
Stick figures.
With a great story like this, I don't know that the animation has to be that
great. Sorry. God, I don't have a mute button handy. I'm just gonna die here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Capture Jen's last moments.
Oh my god. What finally did her in? Oh dear.
I can't get to my soundboard fast enough to play like the Incredible Hulk Walk Away theme song at the end.
Oh shit. Oh man.
As Jen expires.
You guys are gonna laugh up until the moment when I really do expire. And then you're gonna be sad. You're gonna be sad, damn it. You hear me? You hear me?
All of the words.
All right. So that's my... it's dumb, but you guys just don't know. I was actually really pleased with myself.
Well, we were pleased that you were pleased.
Oh, yeah. She was so pleased she went home and told her kids about it.
Ben.
I don't get it, guys. Can you explain it to me?
Ben. I think we should talk about Anthem.
Yes, you guys should talk about Anthem.
That's what I think.
Josh, you're going to be talking about Anthem in a day. Don't you worry, my friend.
Don't you worry. We'll get there. But for those of you that didn't hear, busy weekend. I got home with 15 minutes to spare and couldn't sign in time before the servers were done. So, we'll catch it here.
It was a good thing I rushed and got my pre-order to get you that code. I was like,
worth it.
Womp, womp.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you did get him something. He got those 2 skins, though, because he did technically register.
Hopefully he does. I don't know if he actually... Did you actually log in?
I logged in on the website, on EA's website, but I wasn't able to get in on the system.
Well, they have there's a whole section out there on Twitter right now. People were actually pretty pissed that a significant amount of people weren't able to get in, even though they pre-ordered. So they're finding out. They're going to make sure that they get codes out to those people. So Josh will definitely fit in that section there.
To be continued.
Because those vinyl skins are fucking sweet. No, they're not, but they're they're free. They're not $20.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I think people are kind of getting a little incensed too quickly, but
well, yeah, it's been such a big.
To be fair, It's EA.
Yeah. Like,
To
I
be
know
fair,
we all
but
have
I totally
our,
get what you're saying.
we all have our concerns.
EA never screws anything up with their releases, do they? I mean,
Yeah.
Never. It's gonna be ridiculous. So, if you haven't gathered by all of this conversation, last weekend was the VIP demo for Anthem for those people who pre-ordered, and those lucky people they decided to give their little friend codes to, so that they could actually also play.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yes.
Thanks, Adam.
thanks, Dan.
Thanks. Wait, I think it was
I didn't
Ryan.
get to use it, but thanks, Dan. thought was there.
I think it was Ryan for me too.
Oh, you owe Ryan now, Jen.
No.
Uh-oh.
That won't end well.
No. That is not a thing. So we all logged in to play, and massive server issues notwithstanding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So how'd that how'd that raid go? I mean, you guys did great with that, right?
Oh my god, that was a comedy of errors.
What was it, comedy? I missed it. What did Josh say?
The raid.
Oh.
So
it was unfortunate. We were having fun until fucking, god damn it.
Oh yeah, like,
If we're being honest, the demo, or whatever it was, it might as well have been a beta. It was a disaster. Like, it sucked. Mm-hmm. But the game itself, I think, is going to be amazing. What we played, I mean, I think it's that good that even aside from all the crap that we had to deal with, we still really enjoyed it, and we actually ended up pre-ordering. So
right. Aside from the fact that it kept disconnecting and giving us errors, and then we would have to, close the application and load back in and hope that somebody made it in so that we could rejoin the thing that we were doing. Aside from those kinds of issues, the game itself is actually super fun. Once I got to unlock the second javelin option, I picked the storm one, which is like the elemental magic-y whatever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you want to, for a moment, picture...
The elemental flesh javelin.
If you want to, for a moment...
Did you say flashlight?
Ignore Josh. It reminded me of Vision from Marvel.
Yes, totally.
Just the kind of the appearance, but more so the way that he moves and everything.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was just very vision-y,
That's a very apt.
it's what it reminded me of. But it was
comparison.
hella fun because those elemental abilities have a long range. So, as Josh so nicely put it, I was able to shoot my ice and fire from behind the couch. Safely hiding behind the couch. Like I tend to do. So, I had a lot of fun. There was usually me freezing something and then me shooting it with fire and laughing maniacally. That's pretty much how those things went in order.
Oh, yeah. It's a game where it's finally filled in the sour taste that Destiny and the Division kind of left for me. Just the fact that all these different frames, or whatever you want to call it, I guess they're javelins officially, right?
Yeah.
Javelins.
Yep.
They all feel different. They all play different. They all have their roles, and it's so refreshing to have a futuristic looter shooter where you can kind of have a little teamwork and actually have it feel, like you're contributing in a unique way.
Right, like you actually kind of synergize with the others.
Exactly. And there's that whole thing, the priming and detonating, which I don't think doesn't exist in Destiny, right?
Priming and detonating.
Nope.
So, there's abilities that you have that prime the targets. So, if you freeze them,
Oh, gotcha.
and I use an explosive ability with my Colossus, it detonates
And then
does
it does like a combo.
bonus has radius and damage and everything. It's a combo, yeah. I don't think any other games that we played have that kind of system, do they?
Not really. I mean, Destiny tries, kind of. If you think about, Titan bubbles increase everybody's damage, so
Yeah, you'll have buffs and burn phases and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, like
buffs
that
and
kind
burn
of-
phases, yeah.
And then you have, the Hunter Tether that makes every shot a crit, that kind of thing, but I mean,
Right, but that's just,
it's not the
but here
same.
you're using both, yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
it was so nice to just be able to, hey, we're working together, and the fact that you're this, or you can really feel that you don't have a storm, or you can feel that you don't really have a Colossus in the group. Like it makes an impact.
Right. That was the biggest, because it was you and me and Buddy. So Ben and me and Buddy, and Ben is always the shield guy.
If there's a tank roll, Ben's going to be it.
That's Ben. Ben equals tank.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
So I was the storm, and then Buddy was the interceptor, which is the super quick
Rogue.
melee style frame javelin.
Oh yeah.
So we were playing, and then it disconnected us, and then Ben went to bed. So it was just me and Buddy. And then some rando guy who was, let's face it, not really helping. I'm not even sure. I think he was a storm, but it didn't matter because we were trying really hard to do anything. And it was like we noticed we did not have a tank. Like we just were getting our butts handed to us constantly. We'd go in there and be like,
oh, okay. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was nasty.
Nasty. No, but it's going to be good, guys. I mean, that was a demo, but I'm excited to see how it fits in our group. I think, and we all kind of gravitated to our roles, which I think is awesome because we're able to do that, So
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Josh thinks of it.
Yes, we're going to get him in there this weekend.
Soon.
Hopefully they've fixed some of their server issues. They said they knew what the problem was.
Yeah, I think they said flat out that they fixed it for this demo.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
At least the DCs and the endless loading screens, like they've addressed that.
Yeah.
Those were the only issues for me, really. I mean,
I didn't play much, but I just had that happen. Everything else was buttery smooth. No kind of
that cartridge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Take it out. So, Dan, I'm surprised you. I think are you gravitating towards Storm as well, or
yeah, I think.
Did you try Interceptor?
I haven't yet. I only tried the Ranger so far, and I had fun with that. But I didn't get to play enough to unlock the other ones to give them a shot.
Oh, gotcha.
But just because, in all the MMOs I play, I tend to do melee all the time. So I think for this, I want to kind of change it up. And the Storm looks appealing because of that whole, debuff and support class thing that's got going on. I think I just if I'm going to try one out first, it's probably going to be that one.
Well, the video you sent me the other day, it's talking about how. I mean, obviously, I think we're going to have access to all four of them, and you want to do what you feel is comfortable. But they also said to make sure that you use the demo to be able to find what weapon types you want to try to main, in quotes, because the only way that you can unlock the schematics to craft rare and legendary items, which are going to be what you want to end up grinding towards, is to unlock the experience with that weapon. So if you want to do if you want to unlock legendary or rare, light machine guns, you need to be using light machine guns consistently.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that it worked like that. That's
so you can't just go to your forge and have all your recipes unlocked. You unlock the recipes by basically leveling up your weapons.
Nice. That's like old school WoW. They used to have that, your weapon skills.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I remember having a buddy and I were talking about that the other day. Like, why can't we craft the rare stuff? I have all the materials. It's because we haven't been using that specific weapon or that specific, even the skills. Like, if you want to be able to unlock rare, I don't know what the skills were for Storm or whatever, but your lightning blast or whatever, you have to be using that specific skill and get I think there are different challenges. Defeat 100 enemies or so.
Totally get behind that even more.
Combo 20 different times, and then you unlock the next level, and it's pretty cool. It's definitely on a deeper level than a lot of the games that were the looter shooters.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited. I really didn't get to play it as much as you guys, but when I saw all the excitement and that everyone's pre-ordering, I was just excited to have a game that I'll be playing again. So I was just all in on that basis.
Yeah. Go gold.
Yeah.
Was it Ryan? Ryan got us into it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
Well,
this is the fucking pattern, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is what happened with Division. We played the fucking beta. We were like, oh, this is so cool. Dark Zone. Yeah. Let's go gold.
Instant regret.
It's happening again, guys.
Gold level regret.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm cautiously optimistic. Any other games I'm looking forward to this year. I mean, if there's one that we're all most likely to play, this is it. So.
Even if it tanks, shit, I'm gonna have so much fun being Iron Man for I could spend an hour just flying around.
Right.
Cool.
It seems like it's going to be fun. I do wonder what their
Monetization?
no, I'm not that worried about that right now yet.
Yeah.
The end game?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
that's true.
because it's going to have, theoretically, I suppose it's going to have a campaign of some sort. Like there's going to be story, but then there's going to be, all this free time. And I kind of wonder what that's going to look like. Because you don't really see that.
There was one guy on YouTube that was saying that it's going to be a lot like Destiny in that kind of respect, where you're going to be going through the whole leveling process, going through the campaign at first, and then you want to kind of hit like these different thresholds of gear. Like you want to get a whole epic set, and then once you got that, then you want to start going for the masterwork stuff, where you get buffs on the items that affect your gameplay significantly. So, like, let's say you're playing Storm, it might buff one specific Frost ability where it'll, double your damage versus what it was before. So you're going to specialize more and more as you play. And the more gear you collect, then you can kind of really start tailoring your builds instead of having like a jack of all trades one at first, because, you don't have any specialized gear. You're just kind of, bring your baseline up.
Yeah.
As you go further, that's when you really start going for kind of like Diablo 3, where, you've got the set bonuses that'll, make you, that'll push you towards something. Otherwise, you're not playing it optimally situation. So the more gear you get, the more different builds you can kind of shift towards. Which, that's a hook for me right there. It's incentive to keep playing, to keep, unlocking something else and keep going. Oh, I really want to play Fire, but right now I have to play Frost for now until I get the gear to do what I want. Kind of have that carrot at the end of the stick.
That's how they described it works?
Yeah, at least a couple of streamers that were part of like that program that EA did, where they flew them out to either Japan or Sweden and stuff like that for these extended trial periods. Yeah, like, so that's what they were saying was happening with the end game.
Interesting.
I think they're still on an embargo until next week or something like that. So I'm sure a lot, the floodgates will open once that's done. But what they're alluding to anyway seems really right up my alley anyway.
So Jen, you won't be able to play with your lasers anymore.
You know what?
You got to switch out your equipment, all right? You're not optimized.
I will stand by my original comment about laser beams and Diablo. I stand by that comment.
So, Jen, this is what I need you to do. You need to go look up the song Laser Cannon Death Sentence. And that'll make you feel better about the whole thing.
Laser Cannon Death Sentence.
Yep.
Oh, David, I remember wanting to tell you guys another thing that I found out about Anthem that I thought would get us excited. I can't remember.
Look, I've already pre-ordered it. We're past excitement.
Yeah, same
That's
here.
True.
We are all in.
We're there. We are
Hype
there.
train engaged.
Hey, Josh hasn't pre-ordered.
I have not.
He
It's
will
okay.
have to try it over this weekend.
We're going
Remember
to...
the time that we bought him Monster Hunter?
Yep.
We should have bought him this game, damn it.
Like, don't force me to try to organize that again.
Hey, you know what happened though? Whenever that happened, and I got the money out of that from selling it to a friend of mine, that got me God of War. So,
there you go, man.
I'm just saying.
You're welcome, bro.
Thank you guys. So, thank you. Now, as soon as I get past, not to give everybody the story, got some kid medical bills going on, so I am going to be on the wait list for Anthem. So,
Gotcha.
With all that happening. So, as much as I thoroughly enjoyed your present last year, I don't want to put you guys through that again. So I appreciate you guys. I love y'all.
I love you too, man.
But I can wait.
Hey, and I want to say, man, I'm glad to see that everything's going really well with your kid and things seem to be going on track, right?
Yeah, everything's good. Bounced back really well with all the stuff he had going on. So, and right now he's out a couple states away getting the cast changed and looked over to make sure all that was good. So,
right on.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So, Good stuff. All right. Well, is there anything else that we wanted to go over? I know this has been our first episode of the year, so we were going for a good bit there. I don't know if this is our good spot to...
I had one thing I wanted to talk about, and it'll be brief probably, unless you guys have a lot of questions, which will be weird. And I know it's already...
Now I'm intrigued.
Well, you know what it is.
I do?
Yeah, you do. You dumb.
Oh, I think she's going to call you a dumbass.
I was actually
straight to dumbass.
Dumbass? I mean,
dumb.
Jesus Christ.
Dum.
Don't take away her lasers, man. That's what you get, huh?
It actually isn't what I was going to say. I was thinking dingus because that's usually what I say. You dingus. But it's not what started to come out of my mouth, so I fixed it.
Yeah. Ding dong.
Ding dong. No, I was just going to talk about games done quick.
I didn't know about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually, sorry, go ahead, Jen.
No, do tell.
No, I was just saying, you're through all the updates that you kept sending on, and I finally clicked on one, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is really cool. It's not just watching people do things fast. It's an experience. It's an event of hilarity as well, and actually, you're raising a shit ton of money, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and see, that's what I finally got somebody. I kept throwing the bait out there, like casting the rod, casting it out. Let's go, get a bite. Gotta get a bite. Finally got a bite. It's like a small victory every time I get somebody to please just try it once. Please.
Little David Blaine signature.
Please just try it once. Yes, I know. You guys were probably all ready to kick me out of the chat, but and I talk about this every time it happens, but Awesome Games Done Quick just happened a few weeks ago. And
we didn't kick her out of chat.
And they did not kick me out of chat, even though
we were going to, it wasn't going to be for that. There's plenty other reasons we would kick her out of chat for, but...
Oh, man.
Sometimes I wish you could see my facial expressions.
I can imagine.
Hey, we saw it. We finally saw it.
Don't you go call me a dum-dum.
Dum. Don't you
that was part of the game at Magifest. Is if we could get the facial expression, we took a drink.
That was the drinking game? That is amazing.
The facial expression and any of my...
First time we got together, I was already pretty drunk.
It's easy. All you had to do is wheeze.
Oh my god, you know they did not wheeze even once.
Oh, we did.
You did?
Yeah, we did when we were playing Smash.
Oh, I didn't catch the...
You did, because we had to drink down my whiskey bottle.
No, I'm pretty sure that was something else that caused that.
Anyway.
Yeah, we digress.
Yes.
We digress.
Like we always do.
Basically, there were a list of Jen-isms that were
And what's really sad is they didn't even have to officially list them out.
Nope. When everyone happened, it was just there was a look. And
there was a look.
There's a look and a pickup of a drink.
Burn.
Cheers.
Chaser.
Like,
hey buddy,
really?
Can you drive?
I had this moment at some point where I was like, I think it was in my hotel room after one of the nights, and I was just sitting there like, I'm a fucking drinking game. I have isms. Enough of them to get 3 grown-ass men drunk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show.
Anyway.
Do another year.
I just thought it was funny because, like, they had already had some drinks, and Buddy made the mistake of, like, whenever there was a Jen-ism, he was like, oh, drink, and she was like, wait, what? He's like, oh, fuck, cat's out of the bag.
Oh, yeah.
I will I don't know if this is my defense or not, but a lot of the facial expressions were involuntary. It was not like I intentionally make the face.
Drink.
Yeah, like
we could fucking play the game without having to see your face because we can feel it. All right.
Anyway, Now that we have totally gone off topic again here. Game's done quick. So I know I've talked about it before. I will probably talk about it again because there's another one in June. They do it twice a year. It's a week-long charity event. The January one is for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, which is the one, if I was going to donate to one of them, it's the one I prefer. But that's me personally. But it's
I donated.
You donated?
I did.
Good for you.
And then I subbed. So I think that also helped.
Yeah, the subs go do it too. Well, good. It's a week-long charity event where they bring in all these speedrunners to speedrun games. It's a marathon. It goes 24 hours a day for 7 days. And it is probably my favorite thing to watch ever. So if you want me to watch or do anything other than that for like that entire week, you're shit out of luck. Because my iPad is with me at all times so that I can keep up on that. But I finally got Dan to watch a couple things. I got Ben to watch something. I think I got Jake in there. I was like, people are actually listening to me, and it's probably because I'm sending 52 updates a day to the chat, so you just can't ignore it, but...
I watched 2 or 3 minutes here and 2 or 3 minutes there, but I just kept catching them while I was at work. So it was like, oh, this one popped through while I was at lunch. I can watch 5 minutes of this one.
Yeah,
So.
similar for me.
Yeah, but the archive, so the entire list of games that they played, all of those videos are in a playlist on YouTube now. So if you did miss something and in particular you wanted to watch a specific game, you can go back and watch
there were a
on
couple
YouTube.
I wanted to go back to.
Yeah. So there were a lot of really good runs this year. The Jack 2 run was really, really good because of the commentary. Those guys kind of reminded me, if we were to do an event like that, that's how I feel like we would be.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I saw the Pokemon one, and that's what got me so interested. I didn't know you could play like this. Like, I didn't know speedrunning Pokemon was a thing, and it was pretty fascinating.
And
it's all
really,
RNG, and it's all like, raising your level and being able to take on things. So you're not necessarily like glitching out everything, but man, it was an experience.
right.
The one that got me, that made me feel completely inferior, was the dude playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
That guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Guy.
Yeah.
Jeez,
So
Christ,
some of that is knowing how to manipulate the game to give you the knife, because the knife is the weapon, I guess, that's like the
dagger, that's the one.
Yeah. So some of it is knowing where to find that dagger and being able to get it and keep it until
I
the
want
end.
to see that. If you guys find it, send me that.
If I find it, oh Ben,
You'll have it in 30 seconds.
yeah, like you just.
Well, the thing that the dude was like, you gotta get up here.
Right here.
Yeah, the dude was like, you gotta get up here and do this thing, because if you don't, then all the other sprites load on the screen, and that's gonna make you slow down, and then we're gonna trigger this chest, and then this one to go back to this one, because if you do it in the way that they're this way, then you get this stuff, but if you do it this other way, then you get it upgraded faster, and I'm like,
damn.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
These games inside out and like how to break them too. Like me, it was the Metroid Fusion run that was insane to watch. Like just how fast he did it.
I saw that too.
It was just crazy. Like, cause that was like a combination of knowing every mechanic and every enemy exactly where they are and blah blah blah, but then also how to fucking break the game.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, the US version is the most broken one because they patched everything in the Japanese one. That's why we're speedrunning this. And they're like, okay, why? Oh, because at the end of it, they hack the RAM and they overload it, and then he ended up screwing up, but still ended up doing exactly what he wanted. It was like, I had no idea what was happening, but it was entertaining as fuck.
Yeah. And see, this conversation right now is so gratifying to me, because this is what I keep trying to tell everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, it is not whatever you think it is. That's not what it is. Watch it and listen to what they're saying and watch what they're doing along with it. Like,
and then you get that added gratification of being able to go down nostalgia lane and actually see games you haven't, played in a shit ton. Yeah. Metroid Fusion. I'd never played again, but I wanted to, and now I did. I saw it at least.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And they do newer games too. And this time they had a lot of longer runs. So you had like, Wind Waker, which took it actually took overestimate, so it was 6 hours and 10 minutes or something for that run. They had Final Fantasy IX, which was 9 hours. So you're talking about, like, you know, sometimes some of these games are really long, but there's so much value in watching the whole thing that it's just, I love it so much. I love it so much. It's not, you know, you can go find videos of speed runs without commentary, and that's boring as shit. I will admit that is just not fun to do. But this is different when they explain, and you've got the chemistry between the guy doing the run and the couch behind him who's helping him commentate, and like,
the Nier Automata run was fun too for that same reason, because, you know, whenever anyone would say anything, they'd end it with, you know, glory to mankind.
Yeah. Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind. Yep. And then you get the memes that come out of it too, like this year.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was just about to add that some of when you see the cringe compilation shit or the memes that come out of it, it's just as good.
Well, this year the audience's thing was Orb, and I can't remember what run it started in. But I know that Half Coordinated's run of, what was that? Semblance? Was that the name of that game? I think. But, like, everything he had to collect was an orb, so the audience just had a field day going, orb! Every time he would touch one. So it's like, it just turns into I don't know, it's almost like you have to be there to experience it, but it's when they get it all on video, like the whole thing is on the YouTube videos. So you can you're not going to miss out on what the heck is going on, you know. You're not going to feel that left out, I guess. But they're fun to watch, so I highly recommend it. And I've found a couple of other similar events, you know, because YouTube finally realized that apparently I like to watch these things. So there's the European Speedrunning Assembly, and then there's the RPG Limit Break, which are basically the same concept, and the European one seems to be pretty big. And I don't know when they are live, but I've been watching through one of their archive YouTube playlists. I'm like, oh, there's more of this, and it makes me so happy. Yes. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because I get enthused, and I like that other people are kind of getting interested in it now.
Thank you for bombarding our chats with it.
Yes.
Perseverance always succeeds.
It took Dan finally getting interested in it for anybody else to be like, okay, well, maybe I'll check this thing out. So,
well, no, it took Pokemon. And then I was like, all right, I need to see this.
Was that the point when it happened? Because that was like towards the end of the...
Oh, was it?
I think that was after Metroid Fusion.
I think I also watched Fusion. Oh, excuse me. Jesus.
And I know that people are busy, so like I'm the only one who really got to sit there and watch it all live. But...
Good times. Hey, Scared Thomas.
Josh, is that actually from...
No. It's the thing from his DVD.
Okay. I was about to be excited, like, is that actually... That doesn't look like where we were, but they could have been somewhere. Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
I think that with that, we can be done.
So I think keep an eye out for Twitch, because I think if we can, we'll be streaming Anthem this weekend.
Anthem.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yes, I'm sorry that it has to be from my perspective, but...
Here's maniacal laughing.
And my flying skills.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's like... There you go. It's like pinball, so, you know, you have a little...
That'll buff out.
Incentive there.
That'll buff out, Jen. That'll just...
It'll buff out.
It'll buff right out. I know. Scraping the paint. Look, it's really tricky, okay?
If any time there's a good joke reference to have Ben use the spring sound effect. that'll buff out.
All right. That's enough fun. We're going to go now.
Take it easy, guys.
Later.
Bye.
We'll catch you on the flippity flip, Jobin.
I'll go watch that now.
Yeah, I need to watch that too.